have discovered a deeper stage of sleep. It allows us to travel into your dreams. As you descend, focus on my voice. We will be with you in your dreams.
Why, Nathan? Why?
Don't go. "3:35 a.m. It's my keg again."
BP's 160/90, heart rate 100 and regular.
He's testing himself. Just want to give him every chance I can.
Over 105, 120 and irregular.
Okay, pull him out.
All in all, I think that went well.
Steve, you're not ready yet.
Nathan, the doctor says the ticker is fine.
Listen, you created that dreamscape. You still couldn't control it. It's about confidence, man.
Well, then why didn't you give me another chance?
Well, you'll
One
get
chance.
back to where you were, but until you're 100%, I can't risk your safety, or Kate's, or mine.
Steve, look, for right now, visiting the dreams is out.
Wait. So you're saying I can't go into the dreams and do all the work,
No.
but I can do all the work out here in the real
You don't
world?
have to do all the work. Ben will be here.
Ben?
Yeah.
So, the drawing room here is sort of as our ready room.
I'm sorry, but flying F-16s does not qualify one to jump into a dream, let alone all the other things.
He's not going to do that yet. Listen, he's got a real-world combat experience. He was a patient here, and it gives him a different point of view. And we're going to bring him along slowly, and look, I need your help here.
How come I've been in the hospital and you're the one that looks like hell?
Well, you see how much I've missed you?
You've been having nightmares again, haven't you? Great. We got a sleep clinic run by an insomniac.
had to put a camera in Keith's room to watch him. He wandered out in the street at night. He could have been killed.
And he doesn't remember a thing.
Only the nightmares. He doesn't remember the things he does, like tearing the room apart.
I'm afraid I may have done this to him.
Dee, that's not true.
These appear to be classic night terrors. Now, unlike nightmares, terrors occur during the deepest stages of sleep, which is why the dreamer doesn't remember anything. How often does Keith have them?
On average, about 3 times a week.
There have been times when I hear him in his sleep crying out about the church.
Is church an important part of your lives?
Angie and I were raised in an orphanage by the Sisters of Mercy.
So church is a huge part of our lives.
I take Keith with me every Sunday.
See, my brother's a deacon. Everybody in our parish loves him. He helped build the rectory with his
Angie.
own... What? She should know the kind of person you are.
Did Keith ever have a frightening experience in church?
Not that I know of. I mean, maybe the statues and things are scary to a little boy. I don't know. They weren't to me. But if I've gotten so involved with my own feelings that I've been blind to Keith's, if I
haven't done that.
in some way hurt my little boy.
Look, isn't it pretty?
Oh, yeah. It sure is, Sarah.
Mr. Gilpin, did you ever explain to Keith why his mother was sent to a psychiatric hospital?
He understands that his mother has a hard time dealing with things. Carla is gentle but she's fragile. And maybe Keith is more like her than we realize. Maybe that's why he's having these dreams.
You know, we've been to 6 child psychologists, and not one has been able to help.
I understand how traumatic this must be for all of you.
Look, that's my favorite.
Does he understand why you've brought him here?
It's because of what happens when I go to sleep.
And what happens?
I do things that are bad.
Do you remember the things that you do? Well, what does your dad say about it?
That he's sorry.
He's sorry for what? Tell me about your mom. Keith, tell me about your mom.
She cried a lot. That's why she had to go away.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
No, just Sarah. She's my cousin.
What about your aunt, Angie? How long has she lived with you and your dad?
2 years. We moved back here from Ohio.
My wife was already, she was away.
Look.
Without my sister and my niece, I don't know what I would have done.
Keith, do you remember if the same things keep happening in your dreams?
I remember the smiling man.
You never said anything about a smiling man before, son.
Who is he?
Is he scary, Keith?
No, he's just... There's sometimes...
Until we get into the dream, we won't know who or what this smiling man represents.
Well, when can we start?
Look, if it's a question of money, I can...
It's not.
Well, then, will you help us, please?
We'll do what we can.
You know, Keith, when you're sitting there and you're watching early morning Saturday TV...
Yeah, well, this is about 10 times better. Not only do you get to pick the channel, but you also get to be the star, the writer, the director, all in one shot.
Does that hurt?
What, these? No, they connect to a machine called the MEG, which stands for a really big word, which I won't bore you with. Essentially what it does is measure the brain's electrical activity. See, in here, there's all kinds of electricity coursing around. And what we can do with these fancy schmancy machines is tune Nathan and Kate into the same frequency as your brain, and then they'll join you in the dream.
Do you go into the dream too?
Well...
Vince talks to us through these little earphones that we wear. And then Kate can signal back to him using something we call a data glove. See that thing?
Cool.
Yeah. So you can think of Vince as the space shuttle commander. He steers the shuttle while we go out on moonwalks.
Yes, however, it does not keep me from moonwalking right here.
I'm gonna have to ask you guys to step outside.
You be okay, Keith?
There you go. Now, this is just going to help you into your dream. Okay, didn't feel anything, did you?
I'm ready. I can handle it.
Principles and practice of sleep medicine. That is some weighty-looking material.
Well, I assume you're familiar with the Hulk.
A mild-mannered doctor who turns himself into a big green freak.
Anytime you see me reading a comic book, what I'm actually doing is pondering whether or not heroism has any moral objective.
I thought you dug the pictures.
Ladies and gentlemen of the choir, we have hyper-REM syncing up now.
What's Kate saying?
Cathedral, silence, we have no voices. That's definitely odd.
How about a little trick to brighten everyone's day, huh? Hey, you seen this one? Pretty neat, huh?
Thank you, smiling man.
I see we have some visitors today. Why don't you step right up and introduce yourself? Yes, that's it. Very good. All right, you can settle down. Settle down. Hickory dickory dock. No one knows how to talk. Oh, God, this is fun. All right. Hi, folks. I'm Cotton Mather. I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm Jonathan Edwards. I'm still kidding. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for you, Nathan. Oh, go ahead. Give them voices so that they may sing. But nothing rude.
Keith, that man is not real.
He's just in your imagination.
Oh, is that so, Missy? Now tell me, why do you cry when you wake up from your dreams? And Nathan, why do you cry after yours? Oh, did I tell a secret? Hey, How about a magic show, huh? I couldn't dream of a nicer setting. 1, 2, 3.
I don't have any dreams, Nathan. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Okay.
My dreams travel in packs and hang themselves up in rows, like bats during the day. At night, they fly out in search of dreamers. Other dreamers, Nathan. Perhaps even you.
Signal Vince to bring us up.
I think it's time to go.
Don't leave. How about one more before you go?
No.
Your father is definitely not in heaven!
Let's see, did that come from your dreams? He's seeing you,
Keith, are you all right?
You're back with us, son.
I was in church. I was scared. I was scared.
What happened? What did you see?
It's common for religious symbols to take on different meanings in dreams. But those reasons could have absolutely nothing to do with you or anything you've done.
Hey. You know, when I was a little kid, I spent a lot of time in church, and I really liked it there. But to tell you the truth, I was a little scared in this dream, too. But we made it through, okay? Didn't we? So I'm up for trying it again tomorrow if you'll come with me.
It's all right, Keith.
Okay.
You did very well.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Hey, I'm gonna get some coffee. You want any?
No, I'm fine.
What was McKay doing in the dream?
I don't know.
Nathan, McCaig is dead. He drowned 3 years ago. And now here he is in Keith's dream, your ex-partner on a bully pulpit. The bleed over from your unconscious is contaminating his dream.
The contamination is only 10%.
I don't think you should go back in the dream. But if the contamination were even 5% coming from my unconscious, you'd disqualify me. Now, if this is because you're the boss...
Listen, I'm going in because my experience and my judgment give me a perspective that you don't have.
What?
I'm going.
Seems obvious to me you got your basic kid being buried by fire and brimstone. Happens every day. Or if I may speak for you, Kate, it's your classic tale of rebellion set against the oppressive dogma of the ages.
The smiling man is the archetypal trickster. Maybe a defense mechanism.
I don't get it.
Oh, that's because you're on a learning curve. You're going to pick all this stuff up as you go along.
An archetype is a universal dream figure. It has no religious connotations. It appears throughout history, crosses cultural lines. And, although... Can I have some of that water while you're there?
Mm-hmm.
In my dream, the trickster could take on a completely different form than in yours. The trickster can hide an essential truth, as well as reveal it.
So what you're saying is, he stopped Keith from going through the door because he wanted to hide the truth?
Right.
Well, what is the truth?
You know, I think it's kind of late. We're not really making much headway, so why don't we see what happens tomorrow?
Nathan, you gonna go to church again? This is twice in a row. You gotta be careful or you could slip on something and save your own soul.
Little chance of that.
Do we have any peanut sauce?
Nathan. Can I buy you a drink?
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yep. Thanks.
Nathan, I thought you'd never show up. Come on.
take a peek. Come on, for old time's sake.
At the back of the church, there's a door. A huge door. And you have to try and go through that, Keith, to see what's on the other side. And you wanted to go through it yesterday. So let's you and me try and go there together. Okay?
No. I can't. No, not in the water. No, no, I can't.
What's the matter with him?
Just had a seizure. Vince, give me 10 cc's lorazepam.
Got it.
Come on, come on, come on. Vince, here. You. Come on. Got him? Yep, got him.
What happened to me?
What happened to you, Keith, is we're starting to get at what you're scared of.
Keith had a seizure?
Yeah, he's fine. It's a common occurrence.
This is my son you're talking
Mr.
about.
Gilpin, Keith is not afraid of the church or religious symbols. It's
I can't
water.
do this
The whole
to him.
landscape of his dreams is water. We're making progress.
Is that what you call it?
Well, yeah, as painful as it is, yes. And I think if you stop now, you run the risk of the dreams and the night terrors
I can't do this,
possibly
all right?
becoming
I
worse.
can't put him through this. He's 8 years old. There's got to be another way.
This is nice. I feel superbly, ridiculously, incredibly happy right now. This moment, not the last moment, not the next moment. Right now. Now.
Me too.
He's in your dream, not mine. Push him out.
have to go.
It's all right.
Sorry, boss.
What is it?
Keith Gilpin. He had another episode last night. That woman we saw at the church, I have to believe it was Carla.
Keith's mother.
Right, and the baby she was carrying could be Keith's projection of himself. I'm gonna go and see her. She's at the Roswell Psychiatric Hospital.
You were right. He's gotten worse. That was his mother's side of the bed.
You know, we all want the same thing. For Keith to get well. You believe that, don't you? Okay, well, I think we should start with what we know. And we know that Keith is afraid of water. You must be aware of that. Tell me why he's afraid.
Come with me. It happened 6 years ago. My daughter was 4 months old.
Keith Gilpin, age 1.5, apparently pushed the stroller off the dock?
He didn't mean to do it. He was just a baby himself.
Why didn't you say anything about this before?
We've been trying to put this behind us for the past 6 years. Besides, what good would it have done to have made Keith face up to something he was too young to remember anyway?
He doesn't even know he had a little sister.
Of course he does. It's in his unconscious and it's coming out in his dreams. That's what all this is about. Dee, was your wife still at home when your daughter died?
She'd been up with the baby all night. She must have fallen asleep for a minute. She thought Keith was in his playpen.
Keith is fighting a battle between reality and the denial of it. Now, the reality is bad, but the denial of it is much, much worse.
She's just right.
Of course, it wasn't Keith's fault. It was mine.
It's a terrible accident.
I was negligent, like they said. I've been over it a million times. I don't even know how it happened anymore. Rachel was a beautiful baby, though. I know every mother says that. We couldn't even give her a proper burial. They never found her.
Have you been in contact with Keith?
I used to see him every week. 2 months ago, he stopped coming. What?
That's when the dream started. Maybe because of the separation from you.
I'm due to leave here next week. What if he can't forgive me?
Aha! Hulk, your brawn is no match for the power of my brain.
Oh, no! Oh, no, I'm out of missiles!
I'm defeated!
Victorious! Woo! I love it, victorious!
Hey. You ready, Keith? Hey, do you remember in the last dream, there was a woman in the church? And she was holding a baby?
I don't want to go there anymore.
Okay, then we won't. But I want you to think about her. Okay? That was your mom, wasn't it? I want you to think about where she was taking the baby. Hey, I tell you what. Why don't the three of us go there together?
Beautiful day. Perfect day for a swim party. I hope everyone brought their water wings. Keith, buddy, over here. Oh, go ahead. Talk if you must. Give them voices so they can sing.
Thank you. Keith? Keith, I'm your friend. That man is not real. He's a trickster.
Not real? Oh, that's a cheap shot.
Listen to me. He wants to hurt you by keeping you from seeing the truth.
Wouldn't know the truth if it bit you. I'm Mr. Pompous guy. Look at all my degrees. I wouldn't lie to you, Keith. There really is a Santa Claus, and I love your mother very much. And summer camp is for you, and villains always blink their eyes, and children never lie. Or do they? Have you ever told a lie? Wrong! You're lying now. But you want to tell the truth, don't you? Then you just show us who's the boss. Come on, show us. Now that is surprising. All right, let me run this down for you. You see, essentially, I'm bad, you're good. No, I know that's what you're thinking. But I'm fair in my own way, and you ought to have a fighting chance for this boy's universality, his oneness, his access to the collective unconscious, whatever you choose to call it. Do you want that chance?
Don't do it, Nathan.
Yes.
Good. And stand over there. Over there next to the stroller with the little baby sister inside. Now, step out onto the water like a hero and take your position next to the baby carriage. Good. All right. Here's the riddle. Keith, your little sister, walk on water. Answer the question.
Yes.
Wrong answer.
Don't cry anymore. It's okay. Shh, now it's okay. It's all right now.
Why is Keith crying, Uncle D?
He'll be okay soon, Sarah.
Dad's here.
You have kids?
No. Listen, this isn't over. Keith has relived the memory, but it's really just the first step. He'll need counseling, maybe lots of it. So I'd be happy to provide you with some names.
Thank you, Dr. Bradford.
It's all right. Shh, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Thank you for everything again, Dr. Bradford.
We have to put Keith under again. What we learned in his last dream wasn't the truth. He's acting out because he still hasn't faced it.
Well, he may have faced it, but it doesn't mean an instant cure. He could still be traumatized.
Yeah, but why would he have escalated the nature of the attack? That doesn't make sense.
Where is he now?
County General. He's doing fine. You know, everything you described in the dream, it jibes exactly with the story in the paper.
Yeah, well, he might have heard accounts of what happened based on that story and absorbed them. But the point is he saw himself push the carriage into the water because at some psychological level, that's exactly what he thinks he did.
The conflict comes because at a deeper level, he knows he didn't.
Then who did?
Well, who was the only other figure in the dream besides the smiling man?
Nathan, Carla admitted she was negligent, but...
So you think his mother did it?
Well, that would explain Keith's defense mechanism. The smiling man is there to protect him from something even more unimaginable than his own guilt.
Nathan, I saw Carla's face when she talked about that baby.
And she's due for release next week. Keith's night terrors might have been triggered not by separation anxiety, but by the fear of seeing her again.
Carla did not push her baby into the water.
We don't know that.
Look, my wife she had problems, but she would never
Listen, Dee, we still haven't gotten to the truth yet.
Well, you said we had.
Well, I was wrong. Don't you realize that all of you could wind up dead because of these terrors? Now, at the very least, the combination of the knife attack and the arson means that Keith could be put in an institution for his own protection. Now, you wouldn't be able to see him until they determine whether or not you're the cause of his problems. That could take a long time.
But if Carla did this...
Well, then we have to know. So that Keith doesn't live the rest of his life with a burden of guilt that he doesn't deserve. Okay, Keith, I'm gonna give you a word, and I want you to think about it as you drift off to sleep. Okay, the word I'm giving you is Hulk. The Hulk is your friend, and you identify with him. And when you hear the word Hulk, you'll listen to me. Now, as you grow more and more sleepy, I want you to focus on my words. Okay? Together, we're gonna go back to the dock by the lake, in that trailer that your mom and dad rented for the summer. And it'll be that sunny day when you were very, very young. And we will listen for the word Hulk. At the lake, everyone will have voices. I'll be able to speak, and you'll be able to speak. The word I want you to remember is Hulk. The Hulk is your friend.
What a beautiful day. Perfect day for a swim party. It looks like somebody's little girl is gonna get her water wings today. Ah. Okay. Okay. Take your position. Now. Hulk, Hulk, Hulk. You can't do that. This is my game. I made it up.
No, you didn't. But I have a riddle for you.
You got one for me? This is fun. What is it? Tell me.
First, you have to go out there and stand on the water. Go ahead. Can you walk on water?
You mean now? Or really?
Really?
Oh, well, that's easy. I'll probably have to go for a swim, but no! Of course I can't walk on water.
You're wrong. You can walk on water if it's frozen.
You did it, Keith. You beat the smiling man. Now you can see the truth.
That's my sister Rachel. Angie.
Let's go. Don't worry, honey. Your mommy will be back in a minute. That's my good girl.
It's okay. It's all right. Just Keith, take some deep breaths.
Keith,
Deep
you're
breaths.
okay.
That's right. Deep
All right,
breaths.
breathe.
There you
Breathe
go.
slowly. Calm down.
Just breathe.
That's it.
I saw you. You were on the dock. You pushed the carriage into the water. I saw you. It wasn't my mom. It was Angie.
Son, what are you talking about?
She pushed it in. I saw her.
That's not what happened.
But the carriage was empty. She was holding the baby. I saw her.
The baby died. Rachel died in the water.
No, Angie took her. I saw her. She ran away with the baby. The baby was alive.
That's not what happened. Angie, tell him.
I was a good mother to her. I was so much better than Carla ever would have been. I'm so sorry. I was a good mother.
Dee, your sister wasn't able to have children of her own.
I didn't know that.
After the accident, how long was it before you saw your sister again?
3 years.
And in the interim, she adopted a little girl?
That's what she told us. Ever since we were kids, she felt like she had to take care of me.
You know, she needed someone to take care of. And in this case, someone of her own. I think, in her mind, Rachel became her natural child. When people want something badly enough, they create their own reality. Dee, this is your daughter. This is Rachel. McCaig again.
Do you love me? Tell me.
I love you.
I don't believe you.
Hello. I'm Dr. Paul Kozak, Center for Disease Control and Prevention.
There's one branch of government that doesn't make people sick. Nathan Bradford. This is Kate Russell, Ben Costigan, Steve Turner.
Over this way. This is Bertram Coates, Forlorn's town sheriff.
Pleasure, under the circumstances. Ma'am?
You coming?
Actually, sir, I need a minute. I think we're gonna have some trouble with this quarantine. Seems a couple truckers tried to run the blockade over by the highway.
So what's going on here?
We stopped them this time. But I sure would like to get those National Guard boys under my aegis real soon.
We already have 9 victims. How many more is it going to take before you people understand the risk if this thing gets out?
Where the hell are they?
There's no medical facilities within 80 miles, not counting the veterinarian's office. So we're managing with what's here.
Patients are through here?
Before we go any further, I think you should know I've heard about your so-called dream technology, and quite frankly, it's not my idea of medicine. But evidently, you've got some important friends in Washington, so I'm forced to play ball.
Is all this really necessary?
Easy, Gomer.
How's it look?
It's normal.
CBC said rate and chem panel normal, EEG stable, tox screen negative. It's baffling. They go to bed at night feeling fine and wake up in the morning paralyzed.
Akinetic mutism.
Yeah, they can't talk, can't move, can't even swallow. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to see that. We haven't been able to isolate the source of the infection. It's my fear that it's highly contagious.
Stranger hasn't affected any women.
Oh, not yet. Come on, outside. There are 8 more. Identical pathology.
Dr. Kozak, you said that all these men work in the same copper mine.
We've already run every site-specific test in the book. Heavy metals, radioactive isotopes, biological parasites.
Actually, I was thinking of conversion disorder. They used to call it hysterical conversion because people who witnessed the same traumatic events later suffered from identical physical ailments. It's a form of mass hysteria. These miners might have seen something or done something they cannot reconcile with their group conscience.
Group conscience? Right.
Have there been any accidents lately? A cave-in, for instance?
No, nothing. The mine's safety record is spotless.
We may be getting a little ahead of ourselves here anyway. At this point, the case for conversion disorder is fairly anecdotal.
Yes, right. This way. No brainstem damage, no spinal cord pathology. They're all this way.
Hello. My name's Kate. This is Steve.
How are you?
You can hear me, can't you? Look, I know this must be difficult for you, but try not to be frightened, okay?
Sorry, buddy, I just gotta get in here for one second. No, it's all right. Just look forward and relax. Look forward. All right, good. Okay, I'm done. Get out of your way. This guy is on some serious head trip. His pupillary response is diminished with an afferent defect.
Could be midbrain dysfunction or convergence insufficiency. Well, when the equipment arrives, let's see what his dreams can tell us.
Wonderful.
14 hours for me.
Nathan?
Yeah.
What I was trying to say
No,
back there
listen,
was...
I know what you're trying to say. It's just, until we know exactly what we're dealing with, I don't want to risk alienating Korchak. It's very simple. He thinks we're practicing pseudoscience here. I just don't want to give him the ammunition.
Dr. Bradford?
Yeah.
You better get around back. There's some guy there says he knows you.
Hey, buddy.
Somebody order takeout?
Well, I just don't like breaking protocol, sending you in alone.
Yeah, well, we've only got 2 pods out here, and it stands to reason that as the only woman on the team, I might be immune to whatever's causing this.
Well, I know, but it just makes me a little easier.
Patient 1 is good to go. Okay. Dr. Korczak has 3 more lined up. It's gonna be a long afternoon.
Okay, listen, be sure to communicate back on all dreamscape similarities, identifying locales, that kind of thing. Just don't want to get caught.
And I promise to be home by 10.
If you want the car on the weekend. Well, they may be paralyzed, but his MEG readout's strong. How's it look over there?
Ready for synchronization. Kate, meet contestant number 1.
It's really dark. We'll have to feel our way. Do you love me? Tell me.
I love you.
I don't believe you.
Kate, where are we? Some kind of sexual fantasy.
This could be interesting.
Contestant number 2 is locked and loaded.
Is this okay? How about this?
Heart rate on patient 2 is way up. He's tachycardic.
Kate, are you still at the shaft?
Okay, guys, bachelor number 3 is in the chute.
We're good to go.
Do you love me? Tell me.
All right, Kate, listen to me. Keep your distance.
Patient 4, the young and the restless. Locked and loaded, ready to go.
All right, Kate, we're pulling you out. Initiate separation.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute.
Big eyes you have.
So, a beautiful woman seduces them and then turns on them in the form of a vicious wolf. And they're all having this same dream.
It's called a succubus nightmare.
A succubus?
Yeah, succubus is an erotic demon who copulates with her victim prior to devouring them.
Yes, right. Well, you know, they're gonna just love this in Washington.
We're not speaking literally, of course, but it may be the basis of a hypnagogic sleep paralysis. During REM, the brain normally triggers a release of dopamine to the brainstem that paralyzes the muscles.
Yeah, it's a helpful little neurochemical. Keeps us from acting out our dreams.
And usually the brain shuts off the flow before we awake, but sometimes it doesn't.
There's only been one case of mass sleep paralysis close to this. A small village in the Yucatan back in the early 70s. 51 people woke up on the same morning with flaccid quadriplegia.
Yeah, the paralysis lasted 4 hours.
Yeah, and they all reported having the same traumatic nightmare about being attacked by a rattlesnake. And that's a clear-cut example of the collective unconscious in action.
All this talk of the collective unconscious. It's crazy.
I was merely reporting the case record.
The point is, Paul, there are medical steps that we can take.
Sarrazine, for instance.
It's an experimental drug. Sarabine's a dopamine antagonist. It may counteract the paralysis.
Well, this may be the first credible thing you people have said all this morning. As for this other stuff, well, let's just keep it on the back burner. We've already got half the town afraid to go to sleep at night.
Well, agreed. You know, if the word gets out about the dreams, it's it'd be like pouring gas on a fire. We're not going to be able to tell the real victims from those with copycat symptoms.
The problem here?
Could I, have a fork?
Fork, yeah. Is that all?
I'd like to ask about these. Now, these wouldn't happen to be cola chops now, would they? Lila?
Yeah, what's wrong with them?
Nothing. They're just some of the best pork chops I've eaten in 10 years.
That's so. You know that's my personal recipe.
I had a girlfriend once used to make these, only she used Pepsi.
Did she put in the lemon zest?
It was a long time ago.
Now, you see, if you hadn't dumped the poor girl, you'd still be eating high on the hog.
Now you gotta feel for those guys. Lying there like statues. Kate poking into their little small-town kinks. I myself, I prefer to keep all my bells and whistles to myself. Thank you very much.
You ever worry that Kate might see something she shouldn't see while you guys are wired up?
Actually, I was extremely worried that she wouldn't notice at all. Listen, the day they start plumbing the depths of my libido, is the day the dream Gestapo comes banging on my kitchen door.
Please. Everybody's got a few skeletons rattling around.
Oh, yeah? Well, you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
All right. What do you want to know?
You're serious?
Yeah.
Anything? Okay. What is the worst one-night stand that you ever dreamed your way into?
I don't know. Okay. There's one where I'm a pilot whale, and there's this incredibly attractive bottlenose dolphin.
Amateur hour.
Really? I suppose you can top it.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Do tell.
Let's just say I'm haunted by this reoccurring scenario that involves a gang of highly trained circus freaks and melons. All right. Let's just leave it at that, but it gets better.
Fine.
Oh, Paulson. I work for EGI managing the mine, at least when we were working.
Rough time, huh?
Everybody's pointing the finger at the mine being responsible, but that ain't it.
How do you know?
It just ain't. This mine's fed too many families here for too many years. She wouldn't turn on us now. I'm more worried about you people turning this place into a ghost town. Keep the quarantine on much longer, that disease won't matter much. The bosses would just as soon shut us down altogether. Then we all might as well be crippled. Had a movie company film in here once. One of those giant bug movies. Screwed up the whole place for days.
How many men are usually down here?
2 shifts, 104 each shift. But I only got the girls in bookkeeping working now. What's that thing doing?
Measuring electromagnetic radiation. Subterranean sites like this give off a lot of natural energy that can affect human brainwaves. And the Earth's own electromagnetics have been suspected of causing all kinds of hallucinations. Everything from out-of-body experiences to UFO sightings to spiritual visions by native peoples.
I'm not that kind of native peoples.
Nathan, over here. This was the icon from the dreams.
That's a drill site marker. They're all around here. Stands for copper.
I think you're placing too much emphasis on semiotics, Kate.
Well, I don't agree. This was included in the dreams for a reason.
Well, if we're talking about a single patient, I could buy it, but this is an atypical case. I mean, even if this is a dream icon, it wouldn't necessarily have the same meaning for each of those men.
But it was in every dream.
Well, yeah, maybe because they work here in the mine. The event occurs here. It could be just part of the day's residue.
Come on, Nathan. It's classic. The cave is merely a metaphor for a
Kate,
woman's...
I know.
You still here?
Yep.
That quarantine, huh? You want a refill?
You read my mind.
Folks got a real way of making you feel right at home, don't they?
Yeah, like a skunk at a Sunday picnic.
It's the big lie about small towns, you know? I got folks coming here day after day. The change they leave me, I couldn't buy a stick of double mint and a movie down at the Rialto.
Would you like to take a break for a moment?
Okay.
So, how long have you lived here?
35 years. You know, it wasn't always like this. You should have seen Forlorn when I first got here. Mine was going full bore. 5 million pounds of copper, silver too. No, yeah, gave this town everything it needed. People were just kinder, you know, more respectful then. These boys that work it now, they're just scavengers. They got no love for it.
Yeah, well, times change, you know?
Yeah, the copper market fell out. Folks just moved away from here. I guess they didn't think we were worth much. Pillaged old mine on a dusty hillside.
Hey, how about hauling it over here?
Jasper, I'm talking to this man. Do you mind? I guess we better both get back to work. You've been real kind.
Ben.
Ben. See you.
Take care.
Question, do you think Nathan really needed to know all of that information on smelting?
I've asked Hoke to take us to the woods around the mine. There might be something there.
What is it, Violet?
You got a call here. Mr. Redlick from the New York office?
Oh my God.
We're only asking about the nature of the relationship.
And I already told you. We're friends, that's all.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I mean, two people can be more than friendly and just be friends, can't they? Channing's a married man.
What about the other ones?
What others?
Come on, Violet.
We don't mean to pry, Violet, but this may have some medical importance. Now, were you involved with any of the others?
Some. You get lonely sometimes. It happens.
It's Typhoid Mary.
Sheriff.
What? Wait a minute. Wait, you think I had something to do with all those crippled men? Like it's something venereal?
No, we just have to explore every possibility.
Well, I certainly didn't sleep with all of them. I mean, what do you think I am? What are you laughing at, Bert? I've seen you pocket that wedding band a few times. You know, does he have to be in here? He makes me sick.
Listen, Missy, it is my responsibility to be in here.
Yeah, I know all about your responsibility.
Violet, we need your help. We'd like to run some tests.
What kind of tests?
I know it looks scary, but it's not how it seems. What we do here is wire you up into one of these pods, and that allows us into your dream life.
My dream life?
Right, your unconscious, your thoughts.
Hold on. You never said nothing about that before. Nothing about going into my thoughts.
It's okay, I'll be right beside you. And there's really nothing here that can hurt you.
I just don't think this is such a good idea.
Why? Afraid they'll find out something they shouldn't? I've got nothing to hide.
All I'm saying is you got to be careful with these people, all right? I'm just trying to protect your best interests here.
Oh, give me a break, Bert. The only thing you care about protecting is your reputation. Why should I spend the rest of my life paying for your mistakes? Maybe I should do what they want.
I can't let you do that, Violet.
Bert!
Sorry, baby. I tried. I couldn't stop her. She just. Anyway, at least now this whole thing will be over.
Funny how it worked out that way, huh?
Is that you?
Here I am.
Get over here. Baby, you love to keep me waiting, don't you?
Do you love me?
Honey, you gotta get up. Birdie.
But How could Violet attack the sheriff in his nightmare if she's already dead?
Maybe it wasn't Violet.
Well, who else could it be?
Someone who felt betrayed. Look, remember the dream, Vince? When she asked those men if they loved her and they said they did, she didn't believe them.
I've heard all about it.
Something else going on in this town.
Listen, Paul, I'm just saying to you, these men are not carriers. They're just victims.
You're asking me to throw out all safety guidelines and protocol. I will not endanger my people.
You're not listening. There is no infectious pathology here.
Just because we came empty on the girl's autopsy, it's not conclusive.
Oh, come on.
Did you know she was pregnant?
No, I didn't know she was pregnant.
We should try and find out who the father was.
Well, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure that out. He's coding. Oh, we got respiratory arrest.
Nathan, it's the oxygenating.
100 micrograms of Sarazine. Check his airway, that may be blocked. All right, it's clear. Bag him. Sarazine. There you go. Sarazine's hitting. Okay. Come on, breathe.
No dose, anyone? Better living through sleep deprivation.
We can't go on like this, y'all.
Tired, I am wired. More coffee?
I just don't understand. The Sarazine should have worked. There's something else that's keeping these men paralyzed.
Look, if we're going to make any progress here, I think we absolutely must confront the symbolism of the nightmare.
Well,
Now, I've been going through the history of the succubus mythology, from the classic Medusa to the tantric goddess Kali, who devoured her lover's intestines after intercourse.
Ooh.
And in all the scenarios, the succubus is made stronger by digesting her lover. It's all about female rage and retaliation in the male-dominated world.
So all these men are suffering from guilt just for being male?
Well, come on, ask yourself, why the wolf?
Wolves are common around here?
Predators, they're vicious, bloodthirsty killing machines.
Loners.
See, that is our perception. But real wolves are actually none of those things. They're pack animals, nurturers, quite intuitive. See, they actually fear men because they've been hunted by men.
So, what you're saying is on some unconscious level, all these women, forlorn, are rebelling. I'm woman, hear me sublimate.
You should hear some of their stories. I mean, there is so much repressed anger at the men in this town. It's just yearning for expression. And look, this is the icon from the copper mine. If I just do this, look.
The symbol for female.
Right.
Yeah, this just makes me think we're pushing way too hard to lay it on the females. The mine is a negative space. Maybe we should be thinking in opposites. Maybe we should be looking for an alpha male somewhere.
Can't you just let a line of reasoning float for a minute?
Look, I'm just laying it out there.
Anyone? You want a little apple brown Betty?
Not now. Now, the nightmare, that's their revenge fantasy?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Someone is out there venting these women's collective wrath.
I'm just having such a hard time buying into that. It just...
I'm sorry, Nathan, but if you have a hard time listening to my ideas, then why did you bother to hire me in the first place?
It's not that I'm not grasping it. And I want your ideas, Kate. I respect your approach. It's just, you're so quick to make assumptions, and then you jump to these broad conclusions. You make me feel like an ostrich. I got my ass in the air, my head in the sand if I don't go along with you immediately. Explain that to me.
Well, it's part of my mystique.
I hate it when she does that.
Oh.
Find up epinephrine. Right, check his airways. Bag him.
Yes, doctor. Hypertubium.
Okay.
It's on.
Come on. Pressure.
Bring it in.
No. Yeah. He's gone.
Do you love me?
I love you.
I don't believe you.
Kate. Kate! It's Ben. They found him outside the mine. He's paralyzed.
Good morning. Look what I brought you. Pretty, huh? Tell me what's the matter, Ben. Don't you like them? What is it? Is it the color? I thought you loved violet. Oh, I know how it feels to be helpless, to watch the world pass you by. And the loneliness devours you. I know, Ben. I've lived with that nightmare for a lot of years now. It's only fair that the mothers should know what it feels like. You know, all those rude men who come into my cafe talking about what they'd done and what bitch they'd done it with. Not even caring that I could overhear, just ignoring me like I don't have any feelings. They wouldn't disrespect me like that if I was younger or prettier, if I looked like Violet Griffin. And neither would you, Ben. You wouldn't turn on me like you did at the cafe. I knew you'd love me if I looked like Violet. I'll be seeing you in my dreams.
He's already reached respiratory failure. Yes.
You're gonna be all right, Ben. I'm gonna figure this out, I promise. Wait. What is it? Is he trying to show us?
What, you need a tissue? No?
The flowers? Violets.
Yeah?
Who was here, Ben?
Morse code. He's using Morse code.
I'll call the sheriff's office.
I know the code. Hang on. Okay, buddy. Start at the beginning and go slow.
You folks got quite a setup here.
Lila, we need to talk.
Yeah, I figured that.
I know what you've been doing.
Come again?
You are responsible for paralyzing all those men.
I never put that idea in your head.
I'd like to help you, Lila.
I don't need any help from you.
You can't hide anymore. You need to face who you really are.
I see myself as I really am every single day. And believe you me, it's much better seeing myself as Violet. Even if it is only in my dreams.
I know how hard this must have been for you. Alone all these years.
Yeah, well.
The way those men must have treated you, it wasn't fair, was it?
No, it wasn't.
And I guess getting back at them this way must have made you feel better. How did you do it, Lila?
I didn't plan it. And God knows I can't explain it, but every time one of those boys woke up trapped in his body, I felt stronger and more alive. I didn't feel so helpless.
But you know they didn't deserve to be hurt this way.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could stop it, but I don't know how.
Lila, let us help you. If you allow me into your dream life, together we might find a way to reverse this nightmare.
Just you and me.
Yes.
Well, I'll do what I can.
How'd you get her to cooperate?
Wasn't too hard. She says she's sorry and she wants to help us.
You believe her?
Not for a second. Have you got that mirror?
Yeah, just concentrate on it while you're going under and try and take the idea of it in with you. I'm taking you down slowly, stage 4.
Okay, MEGs are tight.
Ready to sink.
This plan better work.
Lila? Lila, are you here?
Tell me where you are, Kate.
Cafe, what happened to the mine shaft?
No idea.
Ben? Lila? Lila?
Kate, your heart rate's up.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Lila, that's you, isn't it?
In a way.
Lila, you've got to stop this charade. You're not Violet.
Here I am.
Violet, listen to me. I know what you've been going through.
How would you know? Pretty thing like you. Probably draw men like water from a well. Me.
I barely had a taste. My dreams are all I have.
Okay, we're gonna start to bring you out.
Fast as we can.
Nathan! Lila, please.
all right? You hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Nathan, over here. She's still breathing. Her oxygen levels are still O2 sat.
She's paralyzed.
Oh my God, it worked.
This is so beyond.
When the destroyer comes face to face with her real image in the dream, she destroys herself in shame.
Now, Ben, although we've cut off Lila's control, it's still going to take some time to deplete your dopamine levels.
Yeah, just be patient, pal, all right? We're just trying to kickstart your nervous system.
I still don't understand how Lila developed this witchcraft.
We have hand and foot movement in patients 4 and 5. Breathing's improved across the board.
Good.
I've got a shipment of Sarazine being flown in. How's he doing?
It's nothing yet. Can I have a word with you outside, please?
Certainly.
I would like to make arrangements to take Lila back to the Morpheus Institute with us, if that's possible.
Didn't your friends in Washington tell you? She's being ready to be shipped back east. For study.
Let me just clarify this for a second.
Hey, hold the count. I think our boy's off the mat.
Buddy, you all right? How you doing?
Come on, Ben, say something.
How you feeling, man?
I'm hungry.
What's going to happen to Lila? I mean, they can't actually use her dreams as evidence in trial, can they?
Well, I asked that she be remanded to our custody for further examination. They turned me down flat.
Who are they? Still, I can't help feeling sorry for her. And all she wanted was to be noticed.